Yeah, hey, all right. Well, the music in the background, I will be pausing when I want or need to narrate through the speed build. But yes, we're fixing to do a speed build on the glass house project that I did a couple of weeks ago. And I apologize it took so long to get this thing up, but it's big, it's long, and the speed build is even long, so I apologize for that. You may want to kind of fast forward through. And of course, it is up on my gallery. Just go to your Sims, EA user, the Spastic Simmer, and feel free to bring down any of my builds that are there. I'd love to have your opinion. I'd love to see what you do with them. I mean, if you bring them down and you redo them, you bring them up, tag me on them. Let me know. Man, I would love to see what you do. I'm not much of a decorator, but here we go. Okay, so this is, and I will the in the description below will be the web link, will be the web address to this to this original house that you can see right here that I built, right? And it took a while. It was a lot of fun. We, I always stream my projects on twitch.tv/ the Spastic Simmer, and then of course the editing begins. Sometimes it can take me about a week to get these things edited out. So, without further to do, let's see, let's bring up speed build, get that down out of the way, that, all right. So, what we did was, and you'll see right there, up above my head here, you will see the pictures where I I had them pulled up and was looking at them, right? So let's get on with it. I'm going to go ahead and hit play over here. And of course, speed build, we're running about, I think I recorded this at eight times the actual speed. And you're going to kind of get a giggle as we go along because, well, this thing was huge, but it wasn't this huge. So I'm going to give you a little music and I'll just kind of watch along with you. If I think anything is interesting that's coming up, well, I'll pause the music and you get to listen to my wonderful voice there. You'll notice right here, of course, I'm building the chimney stacks, which you'll see shortly. So here we go. Enjoy the music and let's watch the speed build. Like I say, it is kind of long. It's an hour. It's a 1 hour long video, but it was 10 hours for the edit. So, yeah. And something I don't know if you know, those of you that are watching the speed build, when I'm building these projects, all right, and I really enjoy doing this. I think I'm one of the few that actually does this. Um, on our Discord channel, we have a live chat feed where you can actually talk, and I can communicate with you and actually, hear what you're saying. If you're watching our live feed on Twitch, you'll hear people talking in the background, and we're actually communicating as well as communicating with the folk that are in the chat, which we absolutely appreciate. But if you have a rather lengthy question, or you're not real sure how to ask the question, or you just want to join in the conversation, I've got that Discord live chat. It's called the live chat, right? I've got it shut down to 10 people. I hate to admit it, but too much more than 10 people. And that is counting myself, of course. So too much more than 10 people, I start to get confused. Well, some would say I am confused anyway, but there you go. They don't call me the Spastic Simmer for nothing. So I tried to edit out all of the areas where I am either talking to the people in Discord or I'm talking to the folk that are in the Twitch chat. And I've been asked why I don't stream our live feed on YouTube as well as Twitch. Well, in all honesty, my bandwidth won't handle it. We all know that Sims is an absolute video graphics hog when it comes to this type of thing. So, now you can kind of see why we called it the glass house. But, I will, you'll see me refer back to the picture, and sometimes right up here above my head, you'll see where I've got the website up and I'm scrolling through. And like I say, I did try to cut out a lot of the time wasting stuff where we're just we're either talking about the build, answering questions for the build, or what have you. But I found it interesting here, while we're on this, that the architecture of the original build actually made this is called a torrent for those who don't know, but they actually made that the stairwell, and it's a spiral staircase. And, well, of course, we don't have spiral staircases yet in Sims, do we? Yeah, well, it would be nice, wouldn't it? So, enjoy the speed build, and I will kick the music back on. But I just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in actually talking rather than having to type, you're welcome to join our Discord and go down to the live chat and fire it off. The only thing we ask is respect, of course, common courtesy, common sense. I know for some that's not very common, but yeah, so let's watch. Okay, so I do want to break in here while this thing is going on. I know that when they first came out with platforms, it really drove everybody crazy. When they came out with elevated platforms and this, that, and the other thing. Well, for those of you that do know this, this will be absolutely redundant. For those of you that don't play Sims, that don't know, that just like to watch speed builds, right? If you have a wall up and you place a platform, or if you place a deck or you place an elevated platform on that wall, it will replace the wall. It will replace the wall. So when when you've got your wall all nice and pretty and you've got it up there and you got it just the way you want it, and you think, well, okay, I want a front deck. All right, front deck it is. Poof, there goes the wall. And I'm like, who the hell's idea was that? And you'll notice here, I'm trying to make a curved S-shaped walkway. And, well, as you can tell, that was a bit challenging to get this thing to come in, because there's also a flower bed that comes off of that section of the walkway. And I was going to try to make the curve a little more sweeping, if you will. Make it, so that it's not quite just a sharp S there. But I had to do what I had to do with, because that's all I could do. You'll notice through my builds, I do save a lot. I try to remember to save every 10 or 15 moves, or every 10 or 15 products that I put in, that I put down. And the reason for that is I've had Sims crash more than once on me in the middle of a build, and when I was almost done with the build, it drove me completely crazy. Short drive, nonetheless, but there you go. So, back to the music, and here we go. this segment here is where we were having a discussion about the overall length of the house that I had built versus the house that they had built. And of course, then I had to make the decision to shrink the house. But of course, I'm thinking about all of this as I'm going in with these elevations and as I'm going in with the fireplaces and what have you. And you'll notice when I put in the elevated floor, it blows out the wall behind it. And you end up having to replace the wall behind whatever wherever you're putting the step up. So then, of course, we got 4 fireplaces in this thing. So I just decided to hell with it and just copied each one of the little fireplace surrounds that I had made and just pop, dropped them, dropped them back around. The issue comes in when I decide that it's just flat too long. The whole build was just flat too long. So me and my scagingly brilliant self, and of course we took it off of took the length off of that other side. But going through the interior, taking a look at the layout, and I think you'll get an idea of what we got going on here. This was a little fireplace area where I was trying to figure out what would be, the best little area to put a fireplace, and so that it would look good. So, yep, back to the music. Okay, here's where you'll get a giggle. All right. If you've been watching along, here's where you're going to get the giggle. Because here's where I was trying to figure out what the best way would be to shrink this damn thing down to the length that it needed to be, because it needed to come off. It needed to come off the distance of of those, 4 deep of those windows. So it just simply actually was way too long for what needed to be done. So the overall length of it, we had to come off of 4 of those windows, which, yeah, was kind of fun to watch in and of itself. But see, you'll notice there that the house does not go but about 4 square to the left of the door. And what I mean by 4 square, I'm talking about 4 panes of windows to the left of the door. So yeah, we're in the part now where it's trying to figure out what the best way to shrink it down is going to be. Alright, so I think we actually lost the part where we shrunk. Yeah. Let's see if I can find the part where we actually shrunk. Here it is. So what we did was we took and we put a wall, and I apologize, I'm jumping back and forth, but you'll see what I'm talking about. What we ended up doing was just putting a wall where we were going to cut the building. I say I ended up just drawing a wall, 2 slabs in front of the fireplace. And then of course trying to move it in. I don't know if the speed bill will catch the way I actually did it, but I just stood the camera up looking straight down, and there's my wall that I drew, and then I just simply moved that in, and I moved it in a couple of windows, and it really didn't look quite right. And periodically you'll see where I moved my camera down in the bottom left, because I'm looking see, you seeing double. You got 2 of me up here. But I was talking about how, to get that in where it needed to be. And then of course once we got the wall set in, we could move that section of the building in those 4 panes of windows. That's really the only actual true major issue we had with this build, was the overall length of it. But yeah, I thought y'all would get a kick out of that. Of course, there's moving the play set and what have you, getting it all set. But yeah, let's bring the music back in and enjoy. I do apologize if it got a little splotchy right here while we're placing furniture. Um, I'm not real sure what was going on, but I know it wasn't my graphics card. There was something going on that day, I think, with the internet, and I mean, I don't know. It looked really clean and crisp on the screen in front of me, but several of the watchers had complained that it was a little bit splotchy there for a bit, but it did clear up. So kind of bear with it. It'll clear up here in a minute. And of course, you all know me. I'm not a decorator, which is what I always say in all of my videos. I am not a decorator. So I love to see um, people bring down my my bills and decorate them up. So yep, as we carry on through the rest of the build, I went ahead and I put a bay window out there to put the seating area, a couple of little reading areas, and the master suite there, using using those half round couches. And of course, I put a couple of little lean-tos over them. That took a little bit because of the odd shape to them. But as all things Sims, we got it after a little bit. Then of course, wallpapered the rooms, and I'm really not happy at all with the graphics on this. But if you have any questions or comments or whatever, we absolutely look forward to them. Right here, of course, is a wet room. This is a wet room and water closet, as well as a dressing room, which I'm going to be working on here shortly. Is that dressing room? There we go. And of course, this is a party house, so you gotta have the right amount of potties, because well, we all know Sims. They'll get themselves in trouble if they don't have a place to go potty. And then of course this area here was kind of the game room, game room area and what have you. Put in a bunch of games and such. And of course a real quick little design of the bedrooms with the bare necessities in there, as it were. Come out and do the decks, finish up the decks, get those done. Get the now in the original picture, in case you decide to go to the web page and take a look, on the web page, running behind the property is a winding creek, right? Well, of course, I can't get winds and twists and turns in The Sims when it comes to a pond or something of that nature. So we improvised and did a swimming pool. Kind of set out the terrain a little bit so that they'd be able to access the swimming pool and it would work. And I have since loaded this build and sim tested. So this build has been sim tested. Yeah, of course we got our walkway and then got our little trees. And here's where we're really really finishing it up with trees and a couple more walkways and just to kind of make sure the aesthetics looks good. Um, like I say, I'd like to see some interior designing done on this thing. I think that would be absolutely beautiful. Okay, here goes the walkthrough, right? Um, the and of course, always, please forgive my shaky hands, my body tremors, and what have you. Which part of the reason I really started building in Sims because it does help. It the doctor explains that it gives a focus for the old head there to take a look at. But you know, we come into the kitchen, got a little island there. That's the TV room, living room. I know I could have done more with decoration and probably clutter in there, but I'm gonna try to get better on these next couple of bills. I promise. I will. I will try to get better on them with clutter and decorations and whatnot and what have you. And I noticed that the backsplash didn't come out on the wall like I hoped it would. It was supposed to be the subway tile, but I didn't notice that until after we had already uploaded it to the gallery. And but there's the stairs. Yeah, back door. And of course the music room. The music room, combination dining room area. And of course, around the hallway, and then right here in just a few moments we'll be going out on the back deck. And here's where we're going to go upstairs. And of course, man, I have not figured out how to go upstairs with free cam yet. So I just booped it right on up to the second floor. And of course, we enter the master suite. The master suite's pretty sweet. Could use with some interior design love there. And of course, here is our dressing room where we have our chest of drawers and our closet and what have you. And then from the dressing room, we enter into the wet room. I quite like the idea of the wet room. You can just walk in, take a shower, don't have to worry about, getting water everywhere and around and into the little water closet for a little privacy. Gotta have that privacy there. Then of course we'll go out the door and down the hallway. And I didn't spend a whole lot of time going in and looking around at the other bedrooms. I just kind of swooped into this one right here, I think, just to kind of show the interior of the bedroom and then kind of swooped on out. And now we enter the game room or the activities room where we have, there's a dartboard in there. We have a TV above the fireplace, of course, a console for playing video games. You gotta have video games. And then, of course, here's the bathroom. The bathroom's a little tight, but you know, for Sims, they really don't worry about it. Like I say, it has been sim tested, sim used. I could say sim abused, but no, I'm just kidding. And then here's our back deck. A little seating area, a little barbecue pit, you know. Get up there, kind of a nice view, not bad for the city looks. Looking off down into a little park, and there's the lake. I love the way the tree kind of hangs into the, into the back elevated deck. That way you can just kind of kick back and relax and chill. And then, of course, in the finishing cap, I just went on and zoomed right through that back wall, so that was done on purpose. And I'll let it turn around and come up and take a full view at at the glass house, Bill. You know, I think it came out nice. I think the I think the overall decorating and design of it could be better, but I absolutely love building these things. So there you have it. That was our glass house build. Um, and of course, we will have other speed builds come up and daily quick post on our YouTube. If we have any short builds or short videos, anything like that, of course they'll be on our YouTube as well. But most of the fun and all of the live feed and all of that is going to be over on Twitch. So absolutely check us out on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/ the Spastic Simmer, and you'll find us out there. Give us a like, give us a follow, um, click that donate button because yeah, it'll absolutely help us keep the lights on. And we definitely appreciate you watching. Have a great day.